These Seasick tablets will change your life. So stay tuned to find out what they are, where you can get them, and make sure this doesn't happen to you anymore. Now recently, Dad and myself headed out for an afternoon session on the reef, and we only decided to head out last minute when the wind suddenly dropped out. So the plan was to float some lightly weighted baits and soft plastics down in about 40 meters of water over some reef, targeting snapper and any other reefies that came to the party. The first spot that we checked is an isolated rock with a little bit of rough reef around it, and the first drop of the afternoon was a successful one for me. So we just pulled up to a mark here, guys. I'll talk to you about what's going on in a second. Got some mates in the background there, but I just dropped down a pilchard on a nice bit of reef, a bit of a show on it, and we've hooked up. So I don't know what it is. Might be a Maori cod or something. Tusk fish. I'm hoping it's a snapper. Oh, I got your line.
Oh, geez. Oh, nice big tusky.
Nice tusky. Anyway, not bad for the first drop. I'll hold him up for you in a second. I'll just get this tangle sorted. So there we go, guys. Not a bad little start. First drop. I'm just got to sort this tangle out and then we'll get back up there and hopefully get something else. Maybe a snapper, hopefully. But anyway, not a bad start. Now after we got that tusk fish, we actually decided to move away from that isolated bommy because there wasn't much bait or fish life showing on it. So we decided to sound along the reef a few marks that we have where we've caught fish in the past until we finally found some good shows of bait, and there was some fish hanging up off the bottom which looked like snapper. So Dad was just a little bit seasick, guys. He does get seasick, but we've got these tablets that I might do a video on that have really cured it, him and my brother. But today he didn't take it in time because it was a last minute decision to come out, but he's just hooked up here on something decent. It might be a snapper or something, or I don't know.
Women.
Do you want a net? I got it, yeah, just in case. Might be a tusky, or
yeah, something like that.
No, but at least it's got taken his mind off it a bit. He had a bit of a spew, burleyed up whatever this is. It's bouncing a bit, eh?
Swimming around.
Yeah.
It's swimming around.
What do you got here? Snapper?
Oh, you know,
yeah, he'll be legal.
Just get the hook.
Lift.
Just get me here. You don't want one hook.
Yeah.
So you have a spew?
That's a nice little panty.
I'll let you deal with that.
Yeah, good idea. I'll chuck this in the holder for a second.
Geez, he's swimming around.
Now I'm just going to use another bite. I'm just going to use the Icky Pick Brain Spike here. Ikijima tool on Dad's snapper. So I usually line it up with that second gill plate there and the lateral line and put it in. As you can see, that's got him. That's just nerves there. Another one.
Yep.
Oh, that's a better fish, Dad.
Oh,
what have I got at the bottom? And I got the bottom. How? I'm just going to wind mine up out of your way. There might be a few down there. So Dad sadly lost that one. Anyway, their heart still beats for a couple minutes after your brain spike, so you bleed them straight away while their heart's still pumping by cutting him behind the gills. Put him in the bucket. As you can see, he's bleeding out, and straight in the esky. Now I'll get Dad another pilchard and get him back down there. Half?
Yeah.
How's
that? Was one, yeah. That was another one.
As the afternoon sun started to set, we could see the fish on the sounder coming higher and higher off the bottom to feed, and we were getting our bites only halfway down to the bottom, around 20 metres up off the reef. Yep. Yep.
You're on.
Yeah, that'll be a snap too. Not a monster.
When you get around to there, that's where they.
Yeah, this one's not a monster.
Yeah.
But
it's got a B38 today, would it?
Yeah. 35.
That's they are. Not going really hard though, is it?
No, this one's not. I'll measure him.
You'll do.
I'll measure him. He might be 35.
You can make it.
I think so. Dad is not feeling good, guys. That is not burly over the back, that's all I'll tell you. Now, if you don't like the sound of vomiting, guys, you may want to skip forward about 20 seconds here. But of course, it's when Dad was keeled over the side, chucking his guts up, that a fish decided to hit.
Oh.
No. Dad's on. Dad, that's a better one. That's a better one. Do you need me to fight it? You're right. You're right.
You're not really.
You hit it all right. Oh, he'll go. He'll go. Just drop him on the floor for a sec. I'll give you my rod here.
No, you do.
You sure?
You have a fish. That's one.
You just have a chuck.
I've had a chuck. Oh, hey, better everybody. Oh, the fish down there everywhere.
Yeah.
Let that plastic down.
Yeah, it'll be on in a second. So sadly, that afternoon session was actually cut short due to a fair bit of swell at the mouth of the bar and a big run out tide happening. So we wanted to make sure that we were in before dark. So we left those fish biting. We would have loved to stay and get a nice feed of those fish, even though they were only small pan size. They're still delicious, but we ended up with a tusky and 3 snapper there before we had to head in. But Dad was feeling pretty sick anyway, as you saw. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you'd know that Dad actually never gets seasick, and that's because of these tablets. On this day, the only reason he got sick is because it was a last-minute decision to head out, and he didn't give those tablets time to get into his system before hitting the water. So I'll talk about that a bit more in a second, but these tablets seriously are amazing. He gets seasick pretty much every time we go out without fail if he doesn't take the tablets. But with the tablets, you wouldn't even know that he has seasickness. He absolutely loves them. Now, I'm about to tell you why we rate these seasick tablets so highly compared to other ones out on the market. But firstly, I should probably tell you what they are. So these are called Escape Travel Seasickness Tablets, and we first saw them on Andrew Eddinghausen's TV show Escape with ET. Now, he suffered from seasickness badly and it was affecting the filming of his show, so he got onto a compounding chemist in New South Wales to make these tablets for him, which cured his seasickness. And they've done the same for Dad, my brother, and other people that we know that we've recommended them to who suffer really bad from seasickness. Now keep watching because you do have to take these tablets a certain way for them to be effective, but I'll get onto that in a second. Now the reasons that we rate these seasick tablets way higher than others out on the market is firstly because they genuinely work really, really well. When Dad takes these properly, he actually never gets seasick. The only time he's been seasick is if he hasn't taken them properly and hasn't let them get into his system, which I'll get onto in a second. But when he's taken these properly, he has never been seasick. And same with my brother. Now, if they didn't take the tablets and just went out, they get seasick every time. They are so prone to it. So obviously that is huge. You know, other seasick tablets that you take, you probably still get sick anyway, but they also have side effects like drowsiness, dehydration, and that makes you feel terrible as well. Now the only side effect that Dad has felt is sometimes you get a bit of a dry mouth, which is absolutely nothing compared to the other ones. You don't get drowsy or anything like that, which is brilliant. It makes it feel safer getting home and not falling asleep at the wheel when you're driving home and things like that. So yeah, that's another massive bonus to these. Just make sure you take some water on the boat with you. So if you get that dry mouth, you can just keep sipping the water. So as I was saying, it's really important that you take these properly. So you have to take one an hour before hitting the water to let it settle in your system and start working its magic. And Dad also takes one about 15 or 20 minutes before hitting the water, just to ensure that he has a really good day out on the water and doesn't leave it to chance. And whenever he's done that, taken one an hour before and then about 20 minutes before he hits the water, he's never been seasick. He's always felt 100% out there, which is amazing, because if he didn't do that, he would be absolutely gone. A perfect example of that is actually this video. So because it was a last minute decision to head out, Dad didn't get to take his tablet an hour before hitting the water. And sure enough, he got seasick. So it's really important to take it an hour before and then another one just before you hit the water is a good idea. Now, just so you all know, I'm not affiliated with ET at all, or this compounding chemist. I just wanted to share this because they are genuinely probably the best seasick tablet on the market in our opinion. And they've absolutely changed Dad's life and my brother's life, who get seasick really bad, and also other people that we know that we've recommended them to who just weren't going offshore fishing because they just got sick every time. We got them onto these tablets and it is seriously life-changing. So The reason I'm making this video is not because I'm affiliated with them, but literally just to help you guys, because I know how bad seasickness is. I've had it a couple times myself, and it just absolutely ruins your day, and it is the worst feeling. It's the worst type of sick, I reckon. So I just wanted to make this video to help you guys. I'm not getting any money from this or kickback from those companies, just to help you guys, just so you know. So I'll leave a link in the description which takes you straight to the website where you can order these tablets and read about them. And there's also a number as well which I'll put on the screen here for you that you can call for information or to order the tablets. Now I hope you enjoyed that snapper session there, even though it was just a short one with a couple of fish. Pretty funny there when Dad was bent over the back of the boat vomiting and got hit. That was my favourite part of the video. But I also hope that this information about the seasick tablets helps you guys, and anyone that suffers from seasickness or doesn't like the side effects or the other tablets out on the market finds this really helpful. And I hope it changes your lives too and makes your fishing experiences a lot better. They really do work. I haven't heard of anyone yet taking them where they haven't worked, so fingers crossed all you guys get the same success that we do from them. And yeah, as I said, absolutely life-changing. Seriously, being able to just go out there and worry about fishing rather than being sick all day is fantastic. All right, feel free to leave any comments, guys, if you have any questions, but please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to see my videos in the future. I really appreciate all the support, and every little bit counts, especially a big like on the video as well. And share it with your mates if you think it could help them if they get seasick as well. All right, until next time, guys, tight lines and hopefully settled stomachs with these tablets. Catch you in the next one.